Okay, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining. We are really excited to be hosting this webinar to introduce Celonis and Snap and demonstrate exactly how you can leverage the power of process mining to solve key process challenges. In today's session, we're going to provide an overview of Celonis and what process mining is, introduce Snap, go through a live demo, and share some exciting new additions to the product capabilities available with Snap. A few housekeeping notes before we get started. This session is going to be recorded and the recording will be shared after the call. There will be a time reserved for Q&A, so please submit questions through the GoToWebinar panel during the presentation. We look forward to hearing them from all of you. And also all attendees will be muted throughout the session to make sure everyone has a great experience. So quickly for introductions, my name is Alex Solomon. I am a product marketing manager at Celonis. I work with our clients across the world to optimize their processes and achieve their business goals across procurement, finance, manufacturing, and a number of other areas. I'm very happy to be here today to talk with you all about Snap. I'd also like to introduce Aaron, who's joining me today. He is a senior product manager here at Celonis. So as a brief introduction to Celonis, we started off as the first commercial process mining vendor in 2011. We now have a solution, it's called the Intelligent Business Cloud, which brings the power of process mining technology to companies across the globe. We support clients across industries. For example, clients streamlining their order management, improving their customer experience, optimizing working capital, all with our underlying technology. And here at Celonis, we believe process is the engine of experience. So our goal is to turn processes into extraordinary experiences for everyone. It's really an exciting time for us to be working with more and more companies to leverage the power of process mining and achieve better business outcomes. Next slide, please. Okay. Process challenges are universal. When they don't work the way you want them to work, you run into what we call friction. We've all experienced this in our personal lives. When you're sitting on the tarmac delayed because of a mechanical repair to a plane, or you're waiting in line at the store for more than an hour and a half to pick up a router and a modem. And similarly, we've all experienced the opposite, when the processes running in the background have operated seamlessly, such as when we can order prescription refill via mobile app and complete all the steps in less than 30 seconds to have the prescription ready within a matter of hours. This is what we call a super fluid experience. So what you see here are examples of friction that gets in the way of that super fluid experience that I just mentioned. There are challenges like manual processes with a lot of rework or conflicts between systems of record that slow down processes and impact business goals like top-notch customer experience, improved productivity, or on-time delivery. If the most impactful friction can be eliminated and identified, you're able to realize significant improvements to those goals. And so what's very exciting is that there's a new way to do this. Process mining technology replaces the traditional process mining approach of running workshops, comparing your as-is processes against what's best in class, trying to design an effective process based on the knowledge you're able to pull together in a room. We can automate all of that. So next slide. So process mining, what it does is it takes the data from your source system and it recreates a complete end-to-end visual of your process. It identifies the most impactful points of friction and then proactively helps to resolve those issues and accelerate toward your core business outcomes. So in case everyone isn't familiar with the process mining in Celonis, let's take just a quick step back before jumping into our demo and what's next. So here's my brief introduction to process mining. Every step that takes place in your IT system, so something like creating a production order, is a time-stamped activity within that system. Process mining takes existing system data, recreates the steps of a unique identifier into an event log, and mines it to visualize and analyze your processes in real time. Celonis also leverages machine learning and AI to drive predictive capabilities and recommend and execute next best actions based on those insights. The underlying technology is process mining. Celonis uses powerful event collection capability to connect to source systems of any kind of IT system. So that's like SAP, JD Edwards, anything. It doesn't matter if it's legacy, homegrown, on-prem, or in the cloud. All this information is collected into the IBC, where extraction and transformation quickly takes place. Then Celonis has product capabilities built out around discovering, enhancing, and monitoring your processes to help you actually achieve those outcomes. So discovering in our world is about getting an objective, data-driven visual representation of your end-to-end process and finding bottlenecks or inefficiencies, what we call friction. If something is slowing down or costing you money, it often leads to a poor employee and customer experience. When we say enhancing, we mean making more intelligent decisions. Celonis Action Engine runs in the background at all times and helps your teams prioritize what they should work on. The Action Engine detects bottlenecks or variations from ideal processes and approaches. And it approaches users with a recommended next best action, or even automatically triggers an action in the source system. Monitoring is about keeping your finger on the pulse of your performance. It's critical to capture the impact of your initiative and show and prove the desired effect on your organization and business outcomes. Continuous monitoring also enables you to take further action and tackle the next most impactful and efficiency or friction point. So you're always driving to the optimal business outcome. Finally, if you want to improve working capital, on-time delivery, customer onboarding, or other outcomes, we have pre-built packages of content that pull together across our capabilities that can accelerate your ability to solve targeted challenges in these areas. Okay, so now that we understand the technology, who Celonis is and what we do, let's take a deep dive into Snap, the reason that we're all here today. So Celonis Snap is a new free tier of Celonis Intelligent Business Cloud offered for organizations and individuals who are interested in getting started with process mining. Snap enables users to extract data from their operational systems, visualize their processes, and act on insights gathered through advanced process discovery and analytics capabilities. Users can leverage Celonis's world-class process mining technology to identify the root causes of friction in their processes and move forward with opportunities for process improvement. Snap is intended to be the platform for the everyday process miner. Snap leverages some of the core product capabilities of the full IBC. The first capability is around event collection, the ability to actually extract your data from platforms like ServiceNow or Google Sheets with pre-built extractors. With Snap, users can take advantage of the full range of process discovery and analytics capabilities to benchmark processes side by side against each other, use AI-powered performance analysis to understand the root cause behind friction, and leverage our Action Engine, which was recently released into Snap, to proactively take action on those insights and rapidly see impact on their business goals. So Snap is dedicated to leveraging what we at Celonis think are the table stakes of process mining, really excellent process discovery. Snap can work with flat files and connect to platforms to extract data and get a perfect visualization of how processes are really running. The full IBC includes additional product capabilities to support enterprise needs at scale. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Aaron, who is going to take us through a hands-on Snap demo that will hopefully get you moving. So just a quick note, please get started on our platform. We're excited to see you there.
Thank you so much, Alex. Can you see my screen? Can you please tell me if you can see my screen?
I can see your screen.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the really nice introduction and the really nice description what is Celonis Snap about. And I also hope that most of the participants, they already have their own Celonis Snap environment. If not, it's quite simple to get your own Celonis Snap environment. You just need to go to celonis.com, our website, and then in the main landing page, you will be able to enter your email. For example, in my case is, and then click sign up free. And then after entering my name and then retype my email, and click next. I need to choose why I'm interested in Celonis Snap. I'm curious, and then accept terms and conditions, and then click sign up. And once the loading is over, I will receive an email where I will be able to activate my Celonis Snap environment. So after doing this, you will. I already did that before in advance, so I already have my own Snap environment. So what you see here is after logging into your Celonis Snap environment, this is the landing page of the Celonis Snap. And in this demo, what I would like to do is that I would like to cover three main topics. I would like to cover three main topics. Actually, I think no, are more like five. So first, I would like to give an introduction to our platform. Then I want to explain what is an event log, because understanding what's an event log, it's really essential for us for someone to understand what is process mining and how to utilize this technology. Then I will show how to upload an event log and analyze it with Celonis Snap. Uh, After that, I will jump in and show how it will look, or what would be the experience and how would your analysis would look like if you had the full IBC features using the demo processes. And then I also show to the users and to the attendants how to use the training platform in order to make the most out of it. How, and lastly, how to collaborate with your colleagues, how you can invite, for example, your colleagues in your Celonis Snap environment and work together in order to build your analysis. Okay, now without any further ado, I would like to start with giving an introduction to our platform. This is the Intelligence Business Cloud. It has, as you can see here, Snap, where you can see all our different products organized according to your needs. As an executive data engineer, you can always click learn more and see the different products for your needs and so on. And then you can also download the ultimate guide to process mining that we recently launched, as well as booking a session with a product expert. What we see also here is Pros Analytics. Pros Analytics is fully, all the features are available, as well as Action Engine. I already did a lot of things, so that's why you see a lot of tiles and a lot of so to say here is actions and signals, and also the training. Uh, the training landing page where you can activate your online training. I'll show that to you in a second, as well as event collection where you can, for example, delete your data. Like I've created so many, uh, and also transformation center. And these are the products that are not available for for Celonis Snap, but are available in our full IBC Enterprise Edition. Process automation as well, where process automation, what it does is, as you can see here, it can automate, it can connect systems, and you can automate workflows between these systems. And also machine learning workbench, where we have a Jupyter within our platform, and has access to the data model, and you can have access to all the Python ecosystem. And did I forget something? And also a transformation center where you can monitor your initiatives that you, after analyzing your data, to monitor how, if the initiatives, for example, are performing the way that you expected. And also, of course, event collection, we showed that. You can see here, for example, that event collection is not enabled in Celonis Snap. The only thing that it's enabled is uploading a file. We don't have the capabilities of transformations and scheduling of data jobs, so continuous data integration. Okay, now that I explained you a little bit about our platform, what I would like to do is that I would like to explain you what is an event log, because this is really important to understand process mining. So I created a really simple presentation, and like a lot of people, they keep asking me what is an event log, and I wanted to give a simple example. And the simplest example would be a CSV file that contains at least 3 columns: a case ID, activity, and timestamp. You shouldn't, like, it doesn't matter the name of the columns, but it should have these 3 columns. And an event log has 2 simple principles. First of all, an event log can be seen as a collection of cases. And second principle is that the case can be seen as a clear sequence of activities. So, but let me give you an example how an event log would look like. For this reason, I have an event log. I have here, you can see my event log already follows these principles. For instance, you can see that the first principle, an event log can be seen as a collection of cases. Let me show you my collection of cases. As I can see here, I have case number 1, case number 2, case number 3, case number 4. So the first principle, so my event log is quite good. A case can be seen as a clear sequence of activities. Let's see if this one is also there. So as you can see, for my first case, I have a clear sequence of activities, and I know the clear sequence from the timestamp. Like I know when this activity or this event occurred. So that's why it's so. For example, in this case, this is, by the way, an example of a purchase to pay event log. And what you can see here in the first case, the first case starts with creating a purchase order item, and then I send the purchase order item, record goods receipt, record invoice receipt, and then clear invoice. This is the first case. And what I can see is that I can see the clear sequence of these activities. So these are the two main principles that an event log has. And this is, every time that you're trying to think about an event log, you should always keep in mind it should be a clear, a collection of cases, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a case should have a clear sequence of activities. So for example, a bad event log, or an event log that it wouldn't work with for process mining, it would be like a case that has only one activity. So a case per activity, because there is no clear sequence of activities, for instance, and so on and so forth. Now, I would like to show you Celonis Snap. So, and then I upload the Excel file in Celonis Snap and analyze it with you. So you have the main feature of Celonis Snap is clicking the new project. What you can do here, as you can see, first, you can upload your own event log. It doesn't matter if it's a CSV, Excel file, Google Sheets, or XES file. You will be able to upload the file and analyze the data. It's the same process. The second thing is that we have created a dedicated connector for ServiceNow in order to analyze your incident management process, as well as for UiPath. We have the connector for UiPath Orchestrator, where you can analyze your robot and job logs. But for this case, as I said, I would like to upload an event log because this case is interesting for most of the users, and it's really important that they understand what is an event log. And of course, if you don't have an event log, or if you don't know how to generate this event log, don't feel free to book a session with a product expert. They will help you, they will support you to generate your event log. So in this case, I'll click upload the CSV file. It's quite simple. I need to select file. I will select the file that I just showed you. And then, so what you see here is, you see the file that this one, the one that we talked about, I uploaded it, and then I can see it here. I can also edit something if something is wrong, and so on and so forth. And I see that, okay, the date formatting is correct. Yeah, it's year, month, day, it looks good. And also the data type of my columns is correct. This is important because, for example, if you upload a file that has 20 columns and you have integers, or you have floats, or you have strings or dates, it's really important to have the correct data type here of the columns, because afterwards you will be able to do some calculations between these columns. For example, if it's an integer, you will be able to calculate the sum of them, or and so on and so forth. So for this case, everything looks good. I just need to click next. So now this is where the important step. So as we mentioned before, we need 3 columns. We need the case ID, the activity, and the timestamp. Sometimes optional, it's column, it's the sorting. You need the sorting when, for example, the daytime is exactly the same. We don't have this use case, so we can move forward and click next. And now what is happening? So when we decided to open up process mining to everyone and show to everyone the IBC and what you can do with the IBC, it was clear to us that if we will enable all the features, people and our users, they would have had a really hard time to analyze their data and to begin with. So for that reason, what you see here is the work of a data scientist. So what we do right now is that we are transforming your data, the data that you uploaded. We create the data pool and we put into this data pool and this data model all the data you uploaded, and we create a first analysis for you. So right now, what just happened is that a data model was created, the data was loaded in this data model, and we are able immediately to jump into the analysis and analyzing our data. And so what you will see here is the 4 cases that we uploaded, and we will able to see already, just with few cases, 4 cases, to see already inefficiencies in our process. And right now, so what just happened right now is that the analysis that was created automatically for us with our data. So as you can see here, we uploaded 4 cases with 24 activities. And some people might think that, okay, it's only 4 cases, but it's still valuable. Of course, if you upload all the data from your system, for example, and it's not only your activity table, but you have the table including your vendors, including everything. It's much more powerful, and I will show you how this analysis would look like. But let's have a look here and see and try. So what you see here is that you see we call it at Celonis the happy path, but what actually is you see what happens most of the times in your process. For example, in these 4 cases, what happened most of the time is create purchase order item, send purchase order, record goods receipt, record invoice receipt, clear invoice. But this is not what happened every time. This is what happens most of the times. Let's try to include one more activity. And what we see here is that in these 4 cases, 2 times we had to change the price after sending the purchase order. And let's see how just this process affected our business, and how it's like quite simple. What we can do here, we can, this is the component, we call it the process explorer, and within the process explorer, I can always go and change the KPI of the process explorer. For example, right now we have case frequency. We see how often a case occurs, but would be interesting to see for me, right now, what is the change of price, like when we change the price, how this will influence my process in total. Let's say I will choose the throughput time in average. So what I can see here is that whenever there is a change of price, as you can see here too, we need 10 more additional days to finish our process in compared to the cases that the change of price didn't happen. So what you should do, like after this, what you can do afterwards is that if you have, for example, the vendors and all this information that is related to this, you can drill down. Like, for example, if I keep selections and if I had the information in here, I would be able to say, okay, for which specific case and what is causing the problem, why do I have 10 more additional days to, let's say, because of the change of price, and how can I mitigate this problem? For example, right now, for this example, we have only the case ID and activity column in order to make it simple and easy to understand. But if in a second I will go to the demo process and you will see exactly how it influences everything. And let's go to throughput time. Like what we can do immediately here, what we can see here immediately is that the difference in the days and so on. Let me, because it's filtered, as you can see, I was able to see only the cases with change of price, where the change of price happened. And what you can see here is that these two cases that the change of price happened. Let me filter again. So as you can see here, I filtered only the cases with change of price. You can see my filter here, and you can see that they take in average 37 days. And let's see what about the other without the change of price. So I will say without this one, keep selections. You can see that my filter is without, like case doesn't flow through change price. I see that my average is 30 days, so it's like 7 days less than the other one. And this is how you can start building your analysis and drill down and find the root cause. And you can always switch to edit mode. And for example, and always remember that first, once you are in edit mode, you can always double click to the component, and what you see here are the component options where you can add more columns, more KPIs, and so on and so forth. But as I said before, this is an example of how you can import your event log. But let's see now. Let's go to at the beginning again, and let's see. Okay, let's see if I let's say if I enter all my data, all my data, and I connect my system, and I have everything in place, how my purchase to pay process would look like. So here in Snap, let me show it again. Here in Snap, what you can do, I showed you how you can start a new project. You can click explore a demo process, and we have the most common processes here, and like it's almost every company has these processes. Like in every company, you will see accounts payable, accounts receivable, and so on and so forth. So we have all of them here: delivery performance, order to cash, purchase to pay, service request. We also included for supply chain, because we know right now with coronavirus, it's really challenging for companies out there. We have also a demo, and we will try to include a quick start to help these companies make sure that the reliability of their supply chain is there. But for this case, I'll show you the purchase to pay. So just by clicking here, purchase to pay analysis, you can see some description, and then click run demo. And what we are able to see here is the full, so to say, the everything about your process, like, because this demo analysis has all the tables, the activity, and all the related tables, like for your business. So for example, let's try to so here we see this component is the variant explorer, and what you see here is the most common variant. And so for example, if I click here, you see the flow of the most common variant explorer, but I can include more and more. You can see here the change of price. Let's click in the change of price, and you can see, oh no, it's the third one, the third most common variant explorer. The third most common variant, yes. So you can see that after this, after we send the purchase order, the change of price and so on. So what I can do now is that, as I said before, I would like to drill down and understand why the change of price is happening and where it's coming from. So now what I have only the cases that run through flow through change price. And then what I can do is I can go to the overview, and I can see, okay, let's say for example, I can see that Umbrella Corporation, they have more than 30% of my cases. So let's go and drill down there. So I'm now so as you can see my filter, what I've done is that I'm looking cases that flow flow through change price and for the vendor umbrella, and I see that I have 50,000, more than 50,000 cases just from this. And then what I can do is that I can check, for example, company code, or I can go and do benchmark, or yes, or anything, and maybe, for example, a rework, or yeah, like there is, the capabilities are like, you can really drill down and understand. Like, for example, I can see why in for example, in here we have most of the cases. Is it because of a specific reason, and so on and so forth. And this is how you can drill down and find the cause root of the problem. Oh, I hope that wasn't too much. I hope everyone so far is following. I know sometimes it's like really complicated, but don't worry. Because what we did is that we realized that, okay, even if we prepare Celonis, if make it so simple with Celonis Snap and uploading a new project, or explore a demo process and make it so simple and so fast, we maybe for some people it will be difficult to go to the next level, or they need more support from us. So what we did is that, as you can see here, the training right now it's for free. Everyone can just click here, activate online training, and I did it before, so I already have access. But you have an enrollment key, and you will be able to see this um, this window. And what I suggest, like, most of the Snap users, they ask me, okay, which training should I do? There are so many here. I need to move fast. I want to analyze my data in a fast way and get some insights of my process. What should I do? And what I recommend to most of them is to do the analyst training. Well, and the reason why is because after completing this training track, you will be able to understand process visualization and to get 100% transparent view on your process. This is important. And also apply advanced analysis filters and know everything about process discovery. This is also, I think, quite important. And but honestly, the most important thing that you will be able to do with this training is that you will be able to communicate and pitch your business findings to your line manager, to your colleague, and you will start getting feedback and understanding even more your process. So that's why I recommend most of the Snap users to do the analyst training. However, if you want to understand how all this data integration is working, what is this magic behind there? Like, how can I want to understand even more. What you can do is you can go to a data engineer training and do the course. By the way, you get a certificate at the end with as a data scientist data engineer training, and data analyst training. So in this course, what will happen is that we will guide you step by step how to connect to your system, extract the data, create your event log within Celonis, within the IBC. Like, nothing, everything happens within the IBC. The step that I showed you with the event log in the Excel sheet, you don't need to do this thing in when you have the full IBC. Everything happens within IBC, and because we have editors and we have all the features that you need to create your event log and your data model and everything. So I highly recommend you to do analyst training. And if you want to learn more how our platform works and how the data integration, I would recommend the data engineering training track. With I think my demo is over right now. I will try, because for some reason I will try to 1 second. Okay. Yes. Perfect. Thank you so much. Alex, back to you for.
Thanks so much, Aaron. I really appreciate it. Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, so I also to mention is we have like some great news. First of all, we will at the quick start we have the connector, but we were in touch with a lot of users, and they told us their struggle to connect to the service now because of privacy policies, because of multiple reasons. So for that reason, we will develop a quick start that they are able to upload the file. And what is also coming soon is Snap training per quick start. And also explaining even in more detail what is an event log and understanding process mining. Also, purchase requisition with SAP Ariba, it's coming soon, as well as Google Sheets daily reload, because we have a lot of Snap users that they would like to use Celonis Snap in a more, let's say, in a daily, not only once upload the file, analyze the data, but they want to use it daily, and they want to, let's say, every day get new data in their analysis. So for that reason, in Google Sheets, we will have the daily reload. Yeah, that are the features from our side.
Great. Thanks, Aaron. I think now we'll spend some time answering questions that came in. Also, to everyone on the call, feel free to ask any questions now. I'm actively monitoring so that we can answer. So the first question, I'll punt this one to you, Aaron, is when you were talking about the new Snap training, you mentioned an enrollment key. How do users get an enrollment key, or do they need an enrollment key to use that free Snap training?
They can just, it's quite simple. You just go to your Celonis Snap environment. In the top navigation bar, you will find the training tab. If it's not there, please click the dots and it will be there. And then activate my training. There is a button. You don't, the enrollment key is already there. Like you don't, everything is there. Just go training, activate my online training, and you will be redirected, and the enrollment key will be already there.
Great. So it sounds like users have access to it. You just have to click through. So please feel free to use those resources. We worked really hard on them, so we hope you enjoy them. A couple of questions came in about uploading data. So starting with the first, what raw format can Snap take in with regards to event log data?
Yes, so we have like we support three formats right now. It's a CSV, XES, which is like the standard format for process mining, and also Excel. So these three.
Awesome, thank you. Another.
Sorry. Another one, Google Sheets. Also, we support Google Sheets, so you can connect to your Google Sheet and get your data out of from Google Sheets.
Okay, and then generally a question, are there limitations regarding the number of events or records that customers can upload in Snap?
This is a good question. So what we did is that we allow Snap users to upload up to 500 megabyte. After that, there will be their team will be locked from uploading more data. You will be able to analyze the data that you already uploaded, but you won't be able to upload more data. So 500 megabyte is the limit, and where at that point you will not be able to upload more data, but you will be able to analyze the existing one.
Perfect. And at that point, we'd also encourage you to reach out to us. Of course, It sounds like if you get that much data and you're probably enjoying your experience, so let us know. Another question that came in, is there data security in Snap?
As it's really important to make this clear. The same thing that let's say we have like most of the biggest companies out there, they are using IBC, and the same the same privacy policy that applies for them applies also for Snap users. It's exactly the same. They can go to our website celonis.com. At the bottom there is a tab called the Trust Center. In there they can see everything, and we have no idea what the users will upload in their Snap environment, and we don't have access, and we are not able to see that. So don't be afraid that we take your data. We are not able to do so.
Great, yeah, that's super important, both to us and I know to our customers, so very good clarification there. This question came in, and maybe you need to take control of the screen, Aaron. Everyone would like to know a little bit more about how you see those case-based demos and where they're located within Snap. So your P2P demo, things like that.
Oh, yeah, sure. I will try. I'm not okay. Share my screen. Show my screen. This is really nice because it does. No, it's not the correct one. Training track. This one should be. So, okay. So first of all, about the training, that one of the participants asks. It's, as I said, it's quite simple. Go here. The top navigation bar, you can, if it's not here, because right now I did this in order to be faster, it will be here, and you just click activate online training, and as you can see here, the enrollment key that you see, it's there by default, so you don't need it. Okay, so just to add in the question before, and about the demo processes, it's go to Snap, top left side, as you can see here, Snap, and then explore a demo process, and you can see we have 7 demo processes, and we added today because the supply chain as well, and also an explanation how you can use Celonis in order to ensure the reliability of the supply chain. Yes, so did I answer the question, or?
I believe so. This
Yeah,
is helpful to kind of see where it is again, so thank you.
and,
Please respond if that wasn't a full answer via questions, though.
and if you need more demo processes, you can contact us, and we will approach you and try to understand why and how, and and add it there.
Great. Let's see. Here's another question. Can log files only be uploaded manually, or can that process be automated through the Snap interface?
So unfortunately, right now, it's only manually. We hope, we want to, in the future, as I said, what we are doing is that with Google Sheets, the daily reload, this will help a lot, because it will reload the data every day, and if there are more data, you will be able to see them. Right now, there is no way to automate this step, and I don't think with Celonis Snap we will go towards this direction. Of course, if you have the full IBC and the full enterprise edition, you have data jobs. What is data jobs? Data jobs actually are triggers that you trigger the IBC to go and extract the data from your system, and then run the transformations that you want to run in this raw data, and convert them into business data, and data that everyone can understand, like for example the event log that I showed you, and then load this data to the existing data model, and then what happens is Pros Analytics has the view to the data model, and then you have every day, every hour, every 2 minutes, every minute, new data into your system and Pros Analytics, and analyze them. And then, of course, Celonis is not only about process discovery, and then you can enhance your process with Action Engine and process automation, which are, both of them are like amazing. I think it's really powerful. And then also with Transformation Center, monitor if your processes are getting better, or if your initiatives are improving, or if it's going to the direction that you expect it to go. Yeah.
Perfect. Let me see if there are any additional questions. We've had quite a bit come in, but I think we're doing pretty good on answering them. I think we're good for today. Thanks for the great questions, guys, and thank you, Aaron, for joining and helping me answer all of those questions and kind of explain what Snap is. We really encourage you to sign up for a Snap account, try it out, try the training. That's really new for us, and we're really excited about it. But also feel free to reach out if you have questions. We want to make sure that this is a positive experience for everyone.
I heard I just read one question from Efficio about if Snap allows to extract events from ERP system like SAP ECC or SAP S4HANA. It's really, I just want to mention that this is something that's coming really soon. If you we have we have some test users, so feel free to contact us or book a session with a product expert within Celonis Snap. You can book a session and we can support you to do that. Okay, this is, sorry for interrupting you. I just wanted to answer this because it's really important, because it's something that we are working at right now.
Perfect. Thanks, Aaron. With that, we'll let everyone sign off. Have a great week and enjoy your Snap journeys. Thanks, guys.